Los Angeles, city of glitz and glamour, of wealth, power, and privilege. But there's another Los Angeles, the capital of the working poor, a city where an astonishing 43% of families live in poverty. Since 1993, Los Angeles Alliance for a New Economy has been working to change this tale of two cities. LAANE's vision is a city where every worker earns a living wage, every family has good health care, and every community has access to good jobs, decent housing, and essential services. Working with labor organizations, community activists, elected officials, and religious leaders, LAANE is working to make this vision a reality. Come with me and we'll tour LAANE's LA. Let's back up to 1995. With nearly 1,000 airport jobs threatened by privatization, LAANE led the effort to pass one of the nation's first worker retention laws.
So we would urge you to please vote yes on the worker retention and vote no on a continuance.
Because of the role that LAANE played, we were able to save hundreds of other workers from losing those good union jobs.
This paved the way for LA's historic living wage battle.
As a result of an enormous campaign in which really Angelenos from all walks of life participated, the council on its first vote, by a unanimous vote, enacted the living wage ordinance. And with that and the subsequent override of Mayor Reardon's veto, 15,000 workers in the Los Angeles area escaped poverty wages.
But that was just the start. At LAX, the dramatic loss of union jobs and worker protections continued, even despite the passage of LA's living wage law.
Airline and food service workers threatened by layoffs and cutbacks are marching tonight.
Enter Respect at LAX, a new campaign uniting LAANE, the AFL-CIO, the LA County Federation of Labor, SEIU, the Service Employees Union, HERE, the Hotel and Restaurant Workers Union, and Clergy and Laity United for Economic Justice. Together, they created a formidable coalition.
Respect at LAX was formed to improve the wages, the working conditions, the quality of life for thousands of low-wage workers and their families who were working so hard and being treated so badly at LAX.
The pressure on the airport.
Since 1998, Respect at LAX has won quality jobs for thousands of airport workers.
Having a living wage for me was great. I have a free medical benefit for me and my family, job security, a job, and safe working condition at my workplace.
Next stop, the Valley, home of Universal Studios. In 1998, Universal asked for special considerations for their proposed expansion. Residents and workers wanted to know what the community would get in return. The Universal campaign gave rise to a new movement, accountable development.
Accountable development is really a simple idea. Basically, if public money is used to subsidize private development, then the developer has to guarantee community benefits, things like good jobs, affordable housing, childcare, all the things that communities really need.
I've come a long way, I've come a long way, I've gone 500 miles today. I've come a long way, I've come a long way, and never even left LA.
At the Hollywood and Highland Entertainment Complex, LAANE and City Councilwoman Jackie Goldberg achieved a first. They negotiated an agreement with developers which provided living wage jobs in exchange for taxpayer subsidies.
And I think that has helped us with Staples and will help us with other projects in Los Angeles in the future.
The Hollywood and Highland victory is being replicated all over town.
I've come a long way, I've come a long way, I've gone 500 miles today.
The employment that is going to be developed here for our residents is very important, especially with LAANE helping us in negotiating some of the living wages.
The exciting thing about this project is the fact that I was able to work with the developers, be part of the negotiations, see it actually happening, And we get everything that LAANE was requesting in this project, such as
improving our streets,
child care,
street lights,
housing. It's just a well-rounded project all the way.
Perhaps no place exemplifies the divide between rich and poor more than Santa Monica, where a world-famous tourism industry thrives on the backs of low-wage workers. But Santa Monica has a long, proud tradition of progressive social change, and LAANE drew on that tradition to help found SMART, Santa Monicans Allied for Responsible Tourism. SMART is a coalition of community members, workers, religious leaders, and elected officials committed to a vision of responsible tourism that guarantees decent wages and working conditions. In 1999, LAANE and SMART launched a historic living wage campaign in Santa Monica. The tourism industry fought back hard. Led by a handful of luxury hotels, the industry spent $1 million in 2000 to promote Measure KK, a phony living wage ballot initiative. LAANE and SMART organized a massive effort that resulted in Measure KK's overwhelming defeat at the polls. In July 2001, the Santa Monica City Council passed a groundbreaking living wage law. Once again, the tourism industry is spending millions on a ballot measure to avoid paying the living wage. With LAANE's support, SMART is educating voters to protect the living wage for thousands of workers.
We never could have gotten ourselves all together without LAANE. It was very important that we begin with strength. And so LAANE gave us that firm foundation, that firm and strong foundation of a place to meet, some grant money to get us started so we could do mailings and phone banks.
Nos enseñaron mucho y nos están enseñando y pienso que seguimos en la lucha y vamos a seguir con ellos siempre.
The economic future of air travel remains bleak.
Americans change their minds about getting on a plane.
As 40,000 people out of work.
Using the September 11th attacks to violate labor laws.
Our industry was devastated with thousands of workers losing their jobs overnight.
Después del 11 de septiembre, nuestro trabajo nos han descansado, solo a veces trabajamos 2 días a la semana, a veces no trabajamos ni un día.
In response to the crisis, LAANE and HERE, the Hotel Workers Union, organized relief centers for thousands of workers.
Nos están ayudando a las personas con el pago de la luz, del gas y dando comida también. Y muchos de nosotros nos hemos beneficiado con este programa.
LAANE also worked with the Airport Commission and the City Council to bring additional aid to tourism workers and helped pass the country's first displaced worker ordinance. The Santa Monica law guarantees that laid-off workers are the first to be rehired as the economy recovers. LAANE has created an exciting new model for improving the lives of working men and women.
By bringing together workers,
community members, and religious leaders,
we've won many victories for the working families of Los Angeles.
Hemos ganado muchas victorias
para las familias trabajadoras.
This is our LA.
Es nuestra ciudad.
This is our LA.
Los Ángeles es nuestra ciudad.
This is our LA.